Oh man. I was about to go looking into like next medium mission, probably level up the ruins so we can go do the boss next in the next mission after this or something, but it started off looking at this level 1 Warrens mission, and look at this. The reward for this basic cleansing quest, which is medium length, is a 20% damage boost, 5% crit boost, and -6 accuracy. No class restrictions, can be usable by any character. That's pretty fucking crazy. -6 accuracy kind of blows, but that is the biggest damage and crit boost that like I've ever seen on anything. I think I'm gonna have to figure out a team for this. So it's level 1 though, so I unfortunately have to take these low-level characters there to do it. So probably be something like this. What's the preferred situation? Yeah, Patui's supposed to be in rank 3. So not a very good party composition, but I might go for it just because that item could be super handy just in general. But if I'm going to take a non-ideal party composition, looks like I'm going to want to be actually upgrading some of these characters here. So, by the way, I might stress break somebody too. So, since you're going to be functionally Serene, your preferred position is 2nd place. You can't use flashbang in the front row. Oh, that's a bummer. Still, you'll have your uses at least. At least you can just hit people really hard. I think we'll make a use out of it. Lucas is squishy, right? But does he have a high dodge? Oh yeah, he does have a high dodge. That might be handy. Those are going to be my melee range characters. I'm just going to go for the quick equipment upgrades. I can't do anything to reduce costs. I'm just going to go for it. So, if we're going to use these characters, I want them to be upgraded to the best of their abilities. Particularly, at least defensive upgrades to keep them moving. That's about as good as they're going to get. This is probably going to be a terrible idea, just as a general rule, but I really want to go for it just because I want the, I would really like that item. So I think I might just see how this group goes. Hook and slice, ranged attack, that's not going to be useful for my current situation. By the way, I noticed that the reason they give me so many, what are they called, crests in this game, is because the Nomad Wagon only uses crests for its upgrades, and so does the Survivalist. It's just these are 2 areas I haven't really been spending any resources on, so I haven't really noticed the fact that that's where all the crests go. But yeah, like 32 just for the first upgrade, just to reduce the cost of training your camping skills. I'm not even sure if that's... How much do camping skills even cost to upgrade? Okay, granted, that's expensive. So I can kind of see why you'd want to do that. But yeah, there's usually such a good number of camping skills in the party that I usually am not super concerned.
Rarities and curios. Sold at a profit, of course.
The interesting thing here is I can increase the I can increase the size of the wagon.
Pile of curious trinkets gathered from forbidden places.
I'm not going to actually keep going because I don't want to actually sit here and be in a situation where crests of all things become my limiting resource, but I have such a massive surplus I figured I might as well spend some. So now it's going to have a larger number of trinkets available, so when I come back here there could be, instead of 2, there could be 4, or there could be 6 things, which means I'd have a higher chance of seeing something I actually want, although so far not so much. This is a lot of stuff like this bleeding pendant that's items I already have copies of. But yeah, we're in a situation now where it's more likely that I'll have disposable income, which means I'll be more likely to be able to, what am I trying to say? It'll be more likely that I'll have the money I need to buy new upgrades if I want them. Whereas before I was like, well, even if something shows up, it costs like 25,000. When will I ever have that kind of money? But we're getting to a point where these characters are leveling slower and slower, and the costs of leveling up their skills are actually decreasing over time. So at some point, I'm just going to have a lot of money because these high-level missions award me more. But without much further ado, we're just going to get this rolling. I'm going to take a quick look-see. Oops. I'm going to take a quick look at their items really quick, because they almost certainly don't have the best stuff on them right now, and we'll get started in a moment. Alright, here's the setup we have right now. Lucas has bonus to dodge, plus dodge minus accuracy. Could be really good here for keeping him alive, because he'll have 40 dodge, which is pretty goddamn crazy. And then bonus to bleed skills, because that's basically all of his attacks are bleed based right now. Serene Eclipse, bonus damage, basically 2 of my usual bonus damage items. FSN Fanatic has a Plague Doctor thing for bonus to blight skills, and then bonus to stress resistance because he's relatively high to get on stress, and that just seemed like a good thing to give to him. Patui has 2 specific grave robber abilities: bonus damage, bonus chance to debuffs, lower debuff resistance. Lower death blow resistance, bonus food consumption, and bonus to stun and blight skills. So just a bonus to all status effects. Do they have a lot of status effects though? There's an attack. There's an attack. That's an attack. There we go. That one has blight for that's affected there. Okay, where's the debuffs though? Target gets stunned. Self accuracy. Wait, where's the target debuff? Because I found a stun and a blight. I actually haven't found a anything that would be I'm not sure what would be affected by that chance of debuff. But anyway, just the bonus to blight, bonus to damage effects. There's reason to use these, mainly because they don't have negative effects aside from lower death blow resistance. But so far, no, I don't think anyone's ever resisted a death blow anyway. So it's just good to avoid being in the death blow situation mostly. So I'm realizing if I bring Lucas along, I should probably upgrade his bleed skills, because they haven't been super ideal so far. Give them better accuracy and better bleeds. So now we're up to bleed for 2 points per round for 3 rounds for the AoE, accuracy base 90, and slice off 3 points per round for 3 rounds against 1 guy, accuracy 90, crit mod 9. So both get bonuses to crit. Relatively decent move. How's Serene doing? I could upgrade Flashbang, but they might not get to use Flashbang so much as being... I don't know. I could... With Lucas's huge dodge chance, it might be decent to put him in the front row, actually. That's not a terrible idea. Maybe I should bring along Flashbang. I was thinking Serene can't use Flashbang because he's going to be in the front row, because he seems like the hardiest character, but Lucas and his ridiculous dodge I gave him might be a better option. FSN Fanatic... I can give someone bonus to damage, not a terrible thing. What I have equipped right now? I have Battlefield Medicine, which is a shitty heal. Bonus damage. Oh yeah, I have the AoE stun, which is great, and the AoE plague attacks. I've used Witch Doctor so little in this playthrough because my first one died, and this one's been trapped in low-level land that I've kind of forgotten. So if I upgrade, the plague grenade, it just becomes more accurate. And blinding gas becomes more accurate. Oh, better stun chance. That's not a terrible idea because that's good synergy for Serene, who does bonus damage against stunned people. And in this case, what is it? Oh yeah, he can attack everybody in the party. So I'm gonna want to upgrade Fanatic's stun chance for sure. And we'll do Emboldening Vapors for bonus damage. Battlefield Medicine. Yeah. Let him have a support role. If people have status effects, we might as well try to cure them. It's a decent approach. And Patui, your go-to is probably going to be... Let's see, Flashing Daggers has a crit mod and it's an AoE. The lunge moves you forward, so I'm not really keen to that idea. Pick to the Face is a melee attack with a crit mod and high accuracy. No reduction to damage. But do you have high damage? You have terrible damage. So that's not great either. So my go-to might be the Poison Dart, because at least that does some decent... it'll do damage over time. So I'm probably going to want to upgrade that briefly for bonus accuracy. Let's do Pick to the Face, why not? I'm not entirely sure let's see. Shadow Fade gives a... Oh! It stuns the target, and it moves you back 1. So it messes with our party composition, though, which could be awkward, because I'd have to be up front to use it to stun people. And I'm not crazy about that. Although, if that's happening, Serene is able to finish him from any position. So that's not a terrible idea either. Just set myself up so that I can open with a bunch of stuns and then just start finishing people off. I'll think about it. It could be better than any of his current skills currently are. Getting mixed up in this menu for a second here. There's probably, like, I don't know if I use... there's probably a few skills in here I might not necessarily use anyway. And that damage mod of being... Yeah, getting bonus damage from lunge could be handy. So I could be like lunge followed by Shadow Fade. Could be a decent rotation. Let's grab Shadow Fade. And the bonus gives more dodge, higher crit mod, higher accuracy, higher stun chance. Let's go for it. I'm throwing away a lot of money right now. Probably not my smartest move. So I think I decided that the one I probably won't use... Yeah, I don't like flashing daggers as much, so I'm going to grab Shadow Fade. And we'll see how this plays out. I think I'm ready to go. Blew a lot of money on this, probably not the best move. Probably not a bad idea to start with Patui slightly forward, because then they can open with Shadow Fade and we can just start stunning everybody and make sure that Serene Eclipse is able to just start picking people off. So this is medium, so I want a stack and a half, or a stack plus 4, and then a stack and a half of torches. Seems to work for me so far. Then 2 shovels, a key, and we are going to be broke after this, but I'll make up for it because my high-level group's been relatively low cost lately. Also, 1 or 2 of these people are probably going to join the high-level group after this because they're going to level up. I'm not too concerned because I know that I can recruit new people. When the new levels come out eventually, I can recruit new people and increase the party size in order to have a new group of people to level up the other dungeons as they come out.
They breed quickly down there in the dark, but perhaps we can slay them even faster.
So our objective is to do 100% of room battles, and we have a weird shaped area. Alright? So yeah, just to be clear, because people are going to someone's going to complain, I'm pretty aware that this is not a great party composition. This is kind of a mad gambit just because I want to go in here and go after the item they're offering me. That could be really handy. Alright, we have some maggots. This is kind of an AoE test, and of course it starts off with freaking Serene, the one who's wow. Never mind. I was gonna say, like, it's specifically the person I want to go after other people because they get a benefit from a... Let's see, let's just keep making Serene more powerful, why not? That's fun. 18% bonus damage. Oh, 6 to 9 versus, what's the hit chance here? 6 to 9. So Dirk Stab, oh that's interesting. It moves you forward 3, but it can, unlike what you'd kind of expect from a movement skill, you can still use it when you're in the front, so I can just keep doing it even up front. It doesn't have a very high hit chance compared to just bleeding though, and the bleed will kill them too. So I'm gonna go with that.
Executed with impunity.
Alright. Stress recovery from crit is exactly what I'd hope would happen. And we're gonna go for pick to the face. There we go. Makes more sense than going with Shadow Fade.
This expedition at least promises success.
At that point I just want the fight to end. So I've heard that you should use... I've heard of using torches on scrolls. We'll see if that comes to any fruition. A bunch of scrolls. The cursive is sloppy and difficult to read. Oh. It's difficult to read, so you use a torch? Is that the logic there? So you can read it better? Evil writings. Hagomania. Ooh. We just removed a quirk from that character. That's fucking awesome. That's way cheaper than paying for it. I don't actually remember what that trait was, but any negative trait being removed is good. Assuming that was a negative trait, it showed up as a... I don't know, the game framed it as being a positive thing, so I'm just gonna assume it was a positive thing. I'm gonna go for... See, I could do finish him if it doesn't have... Oh yeah, it does do enough damage that I can one-shot some of these weaker characters. It's pretty absurd. Like, the power of finish him is that you can target anybody in the party. That's just silly. No matter where you are, no matter where the enemy is, they can reach that. That makes it the probably one of the most good utility skills as far as like non-situational attacks. Like, it gets a bonus, it gets a benefit from a specific setup, being the enemy being stunned, but you get a really big benefit just from the fact that it can always target people. If I'm lucky, I'll kill this wretch. And I was. Alright. That puts me in position to Shadow Fade, too, to stun somebody and set them up for the other character's power. Let's do bonus damage on our Bounty Hunter to keep them setting up for that crazy finish him move. We can do Dirk Stab, 6 to 9 damage is not great. Could also go for the bleed, but only on the back guy. That would kill him. 3 bleed for 3 rounds. If it does 9 damage, then bleeds again, then he's going to be basically dead soon. This could also crit, if I'm lucky. Which I wasn't, but max roll, so... He'll be dead in 2 turns, regardless of what I do here, but I'm going to try to take him out anyway. So I could attack this guy directly, and that would do a lot of damage, but not necessarily kill him. Or I could go for a flashbang, which would... What's the chance of stun? 145, so 45 minus it, so he has a 5% chance of not getting stunned. I'm gonna go for it. That'll let us focus on the other guy without having to risk being attacked. Oh, and of course the next person was going to be this person being able to attack. Oh, here's the benefit. Okay, I get it. Here's the cool thing about Grave Robber. Look at this attack. It gives you a 22% dodge chance. That's crazy. So you use this ability, it stuns an opponent, and then it also gives you an absurd chance of dodge, so that this character now has a dodge of 37. So there is the reason why you bother with that skill in the first place. Good to know.
Give them no quarter.
I don't have a great grasp of how to use some of these classes, and in my defense, there's just so goddamn many classes. So we've buffed up our bounty hunter twice, and that person didn't get a turn, and now our bounty hunter could one-shot this person if we're lucky with a ridiculous 36% damage boost, or we'll get unlucky. Unlucky is the way it goes, apparently. But we should be able to finish him off before he gets another turn, because no one else is getting a move.
A faint hope blossoms.
I'm admittedly getting slightly confused about how to even orient this party. Let's see. Ideal position for Fanatic is back. Alright, we'll try to make sure that the Fanatic is in the back. That's where he can use his skills properly. Everyone else, I don't know if I care what positions they're in. Can this person use Shadow Fade from the front? They can. Yeah, I mean, I'm pretty sure the Grave Robber, the Jester, and the Bounty Hunter can just be positioned interchangeably at this point, and it wouldn't necessarily matter. I think they're all equally versatile in the opening rows. You just have to be careful about the fact that any of them could go down fast. They'd be a good group to have a healer with, but we don't have any low-level healers, and I didn't want to hire one specifically for this run, because then they'd also be level 1. So I'd have to deal with the fact that they wouldn't actually have good heals yet. So I'd rather just go full burst damage for the group instead, like this. Yeah.
Surges as the enemy crumbles.
Maggots, they think they're gonna do things. That's adorable. Pick to the face. Look at that crit. This is a strong party. I didn't even really plan it that way. I'll go ahead and buff Lucas, because he's the one that's going to be going next. So just to increase his chances of one-shotting this guy. Success. Wow, so here's your burst damage, everybody. Here's something completely different from my usual approach. Awesome, heirlooms. And, oh, a key, that's good, but just more goddamn crests that I don't necessarily care about. We gotta keep that torch lit, because people are gonna be unhappy. We don't want the party members to become demoralized in the darkness any faster. I'm trying to get through here without my two high-stress characters stressing out. We're in good shape. Lucas and Fnatic have both decreased in stress since we walked in here, I think. Lucas was pretty high at first, and now he's down to basically nothing. Not nothing, but like 40 as opposed to like 70 or 80 he was at, I think. And it looks like Fnatic's down to 60, so it's not as dramatic, but it's an improvement. Gonna want to use a torch here when I get a chance. They're vomiting on us. This is a bad group to fight because they all can mess with my morale. So I could go for a stun, or I could go for a pick. Will pick kill it? Pick will not kill. So I'm gonna go for a stun, with the hopes being that our bounty hunter will be able to wipe them out really quickly. And the stun's gone because he was next. That's unfortunate. Okay, so I could go for a bleed. 6 to 9 damage plus the bleed means that they're likely to die the next turn, or Dirk Stab does the same damage. So Dirk Stab's kind of garbage right now. I'm going to go for a bleed on this guy in the middle, because he has the highest chance of rolling high enough. Alright, that guy's effectively dead. We can just ignore him now. He'll die the moment his turn starts. And they're demoralizing Lucas. This is not what I want. Alright, finish him. Could kill one of these guys in one hit. Please. Success. Whoa, okay. You did it. That's more than double his hit points. That is one way to improve our morale as a group. Okay, no one currently has debuffs on them, so I'm just going to stick to Emboldening Vapors. Who goes next? Oh, this party's already done, so it comes down to who has the highest speed, right? That's how it works. Speed of 5, speed of 11, and speed of 6. So, as far as I know, that means that I don't think it's guaranteed, but I think that makes the bounty hunter likely to go again in this fight. So let's speed them up. Oh, here we go. Just wow. So now Serene Eclipse is joining Boss Monster in the club of people who lie about their crit chance and are clearly like they're here to lowball people to make them think that they have a chance so they can wreck everybody. It's kind of refreshing. This party doesn't really have negative traits that make them start randomly digging into things, so we can just walk past dangerous looking things without anyone being dumb about it. Nothing here. Alright. Time for the return trip. Guys, don't be sad. Everything's going great. Did it? I think the whole point of the tiny ticking away of morale, where you just slowly get creeped out by just being here longer, I think the purpose of that is just to try to drive home tension about the idea of, like, what am I trying to say? Are books usually good or usually bad? Shit. Serene, you do it. You'll be fine. Hey, look, he's fine. Is it a natural swing? Oh no, is it a melee? Oh wait, +5 accuracy, just in general. Oh fuck yes. Wow, that's a great buff. Just 5 bonus accuracy all the time. Did that
Ancient traps.
was that visible? I don't think that was visible. I think that was a surprise trap.
Thirsting for blood.
Oh well. Oh, we'll go ahead and eat. The moment I walked into this room, my plan was to go camping, so it sucks we had to eat right then. I figured we'd go for some buffs and stuff. So our goal is room battles, but we have no way of knowing which way will lead to room battles, because both of them could have dead ends that are ultimately room battles. I'm gonna camp, just to see if I can get any buffs out of the party here, and also reduce stress, just to keep the party going. Wow, we can eat 10 here. So there's someone who's just very hungry, aren't they? I'm going to avoid... Let's avoid eating that much. Yeah. So I'm not going to get any stress reduction from the eating, but I'd rather eat 5 because I think we just have a stack of 11 down there. Yeah. And if my party gets hungry again, we're going to lose hit points and gain stress if we overeat now. So, Serene Eclipse, less likely to be surprised. That's good. 1 companion gets accuracy and crit. Okay, and I can't use that on myself, can I? And stress resistance, probably a good move for some of these characters that are more stressed. 1 person gets resist everything. That's awesome. One person can heal and remove poison. And wound care. Straightforward. Oh, Lucas can greatly reduce 1 companion's stress. Let's go ahead and use that to help out Fnatic. One person gets accuracy and stress resistance. I could give the accuracy to our bounty hunter to make sure they always never miss. That could be good. Improve scouting chance. I don't think I'm going to bother with scouting because I'm pretty sure I'm just going to walk down old directions at once and not really worry about that so much. So let's go bonus accuracy on... What's our accuracy? You get +1. You get 0. Your attacks have pretty high hit chances. Your attacks have really high hit chance. Might not be worth it, actually. Fuck it, let's just do it. Let's just buff everybody. Everybody gets bonus accuracy. Here you go, Lucas. You can have some too. And then I can go for the stress resist. Probably to help. Let's help Lucas with stress resist. Try to help him from gaining any more over the course of this dungeon. We have 2 more. There's probably someone else that has the stress resist ability. Let's do a quick check around. Preventative medicine, just resist all. Also not a terrible idea. I'm just gonna go for reduced stress, just to try to cap them off a bit. So the party's in a better position. We have a few buffs to share, and I went ahead and cleared out that log from my inventory, which is just gonna sort of be there. Our provisions run low. This journey best not last much longer. Wake up, they're upon us, so of course we get ambushed. Is that... I assume it's a random chance, and we're rearranged. Thankfully, this party is... The strength of this party, I think, is that it's very not affected by being rearranged in such a way. Also, they can do this. That's also a strength, the part where I one-shot people. So really the only person that has that takes a negative from being in a weird position is the fact that Fnatic is best positioned near the back. Let's go ahead and do Emboldening Vapors on... Patui's probably the one that's going to come next that has a lot of damage. Actually, we'll probably get a good Dirk stab from Lucas. So just make him buff up so he can one-shot this guy. And of course it's Patui's turn. Okay, what's your Dirk stab damage? You might kill? Nope. Off by 1. Well, Lucas still gets to do something. It's just the buff is pointless. But shit happens when a fight's this short. Blammo. Party rearranged.
These nightmarish creatures can be felled. They can be beaten.
Let's put Fnatic back in the back where they belong. Let's get out of here. It's gonna go down. We're immediately gonna have a fight right here. Hello, guys. You having a good time? Being all culty and shit? You enjoy that? Is what you get up in the morning for. So they all have 12 hit points, and I have pretty much the same hit chance across the board. I think I'm gonna go for the Acolyte, because I could potentially one-shot somebody, and that I think that one person has the nastiest spell cast. Lucky roll. I think that was the maximum roll we could have gotten, which is pretty much what I was hoping for. So I could bleed this guy for 6 to 9, and then he would probably die the next turn if he does the 9 damage, or I could Dirk Stab to do that damage minus. It's kind of funny. It's like, oh, do you want to do 6 to 9, but without the bleed, or do you want to do 6 to 9 with the bleed and a higher hit chance? Why does Dirk Stab exist again, besides to rearrange my party a bit? Okay, I guess I won't need the bleed. So, morale's doing great. Turns out the Jester's better at, it seems the Jester's primary skill seems to be surrounding, morale management, and we might get a better benefit from, him having a crazy crit chance than we do in the first place from him, having a actual skill that reduces stress. I'm gonna do Emboldening Vapors on Bounty Hunter, because he's gonna have a turn soon, and our opponent is stunned, so he's just gonna do comical amounts of damage like this. Yeah. So does accuracy cap at 90%? Ooh.
Mount, so too will
10%
resistance.
debuff resist, 8% damage reduction. Could be handy for a support character that doesn't do damage, but I mostly just caught my attention that it looks cool as a skill. Rearrange the party again, so Patui can open up with her cool stun again when the fight comes back. That looks dangerous. Should we touch it? I feel like we should touch it. Let's touch it. Oh no, we got a nasty gash. We're bleeding. He'll be okay, or maybe not. I don't know. I feel like the human skin thing doesn't really end well for anybody. We're just gonna leave. I was hoping we might get a cool weapon or something out of that. The wall of weapons might be something that is always bad. Admittedly, I don't think I've seen that particular trap in a while. Okay, we have a fight over there. There goes ambiguity about where to go. They're really being nice here. They're throwing a lot of sacks at me. Who has the highest trap resistance? 40%? Probably the Jester. 50% from Grave Robber. And 50% from Serene. So we'll do whoever has the highest morale, which is Serene, because he has had no negative effect, and he fucked up. And he resisted it.
By foul invention.
He took 4 damage but resisted it. That's confusing. Alright, well, wow, this party's doing really well. I guess it's the benefit of doing a low-level mission. It's probably not really hard to begin with, but it's giving me a false sense of security if that's the case. Use a torch real quick.
Is struck. A blazing star is born.
There's definitely a downside to giving this guy so much speed. Like, he's a powerful character, so it's good to have him active anyway, but him being faster than people that can debuff people means that he's often not able to get the full benefit of his of what happens when he hits people who are stunned. I can go for the drummer, who may or may not die in one hit, or I could go for somebody else and take them out of the fight, almost guaranteed. I think I'm gonna do that. There we go. I'd rather remove a damage source altogether before it has a move than try to hurt the drummer, but probably fail. It does mean we take a little bit of a shitty debuff there. So I can I can stun the drummer, or I could fail. Good job. So I figured if I stun him, we'd be in good shape. I could bleed someone. I'll go for the guys that I'm likely to kill. There we go. Now I'm remembering the benefit of Dirk Stab is it attacks the front row, because the bleed doesn't. Maybe I'll stun this guy this time? Please? There we go. Now the bounty hunter's gonna one-shot him when it's his turn. And we just need someone to finish off the worm. Alright, let's take care of this guy. Ooh, I could still fuck up, but it's unlikely. And that didn't happen. Alright. Now just start clicking on this worm till he goes away, right? Hey, friend. Goodbye, friend.
Packs laden with loot.
This is a pretty fun... This is actually a fun party composition. I like it. I don't know if it stands up to higher level dungeons, because I think the primary difference is that you'd want to... Yeah, this is specifically why I didn't eat so much food, is because I was worried about using too much provisions. And I was right. And now, if we get hungry again, we're going to starve. These guys get hungry fast. We only walked 2 rooms away from where we camped, and they're already wanting to eat again. I'm not sure what the rules are about that. In fact, I'm not sure if anyone knows the rules about it, because the game hasn't been out I guess it's kind of been out for a month, so maybe someone already theory crafted that shit. But it feels random. do I want to... I don't want to touch that, do I? Or do I really want to touch it? I kind of really want to touch it. I'm going to touch it. Oh, it's decorative. And gross. It's really oh! I almost walked directly on that one. Disarmed. It's funny, I think of the Jester as the guy that's resistant.
Radiance, may we
Really?
find victory.
Well, we're gonna take damage and stress. I'm like, I went around the corner and we're eating already. Like, I didn't even fight. Nothing happened. I barely finished talking about the last time I ate and the character's already starving and needing to eat again. This game's kind of a dick about its random number generator sometimes. Don't touch that. Alright. We definitely need to get out of here because we're, some of our characters are taking genuine damage.
Blockages are unsurprising.
And that's a concern.
These tunnels predate even the earliest settlers.
Just keep the torches lit and hopefully we'll find the last room battle pretty quickly. We have to be near the end, so there can't be that many fights left, so the fact that someone's low on health a little bit maybe won't matter too bad. Especially since I'll open the next fight with a, I'll open the fight immediately with a buff for my stun chance. So let's just remove enemies as fast as possible. 8 to 15. Alright, try to take out these back guys. Success. Exact roll that I needed to have. Blanket fire. That's bad for my group. Good thing I have a ridiculous dodge chance for basically everybody. So here's that one of those, a rare chance for me to do my AoE bleed I don't do so often. So enjoy that, everybody. And they're both bleeding, so that's 2 per round for each of them. That pretty much preps them for being single shot wiped out from this point on too. I could do a plague grenade or let's do a stun. Just to remove them from the fight temporarily and potentially one-shot them in a moment here. Open up with another stun. Do the front guy because then you'll get a better bonus from his being able to wipe him out with the bounty hunter. But I also just wanted to make Patui have a high dodge chance, so they're less likely to take damage. And of course the fucker would come out of stun before my turn started. Oh wait, I should have known that was going to happen because there's the markers that say who's gone this turn and who hasn't. So that was the giveaway. My bad. I'll target... that guy can get killed by anybody. I'm going to target the middle one. Because I have a better chance of killing him, but also he's in the range where he might not get killed by someone else's attack successfully. What's my stun chance? 110. And his is relatively high too. Let's just go for it anyway. They'll still keep giving me dodge chance to help keep my squishier character alive. And we succeeded. Just gonna keep stacking bleeds on this guy, or killing him. And my bounty hunter should get to finish this guy off in a moment. Battlefield medicine. The 1 to 2 heals kind of shit. So I'm gonna go for emboldening vapors. Make sure our bounty hunter really hurts when his turn starts in a moment here. And he's gone. Oh, he lived. Wow. He's been stunned multiple times. The guy was vulnerable. Should have been quick and easy. Wasn't quick and easy. But it's over. He still didn't get another move, so it didn't really matter.
If only treasure could staunch the flow of otherworldly corruption.
So I just want to point out that I already have 2 stacks of crests again. The thing that I specifically don't really want. Oh, we surprised them. That's good. So I'm going to go on a limb here and say we definitely want to stun the big guy as much as possible because we want to wipe him the hell out. Could be fun to knock him back, but no, that's probably a bad use of the turn. Why not just try to knock out some back guys, maybe? Dun 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 dun. It's probably good to get him doing as much damage as possible early on. Let's target the front guy. Just try to do some damage to him. I'm gonna try to do an AoE stun to the back guys when I get a chance. Let's start stacking on that bleed, so I can target a few people at once. Oh wait, that wasn't the AoE bleed, right? It's the single target bleed, but still works for me. Lunge forward gets a damage bonus. 7 to 12 is not a bad place to start. Does it work against the front guy, really? Oh wow. Let's just try to kill the front guy before he gets a turn. That's also not a valid option. Go for that AoE stun. And they both dodged it. Well, shit. That fucks my plans up a bit. Maybe if I'm lucky, we'll just wipe this guy up before he gets a turn. Exactly. Okay. So now we just have 2 shitty guys to fight, but things are improved for us. Should I start targeting bleeds? Yeah, I'll go for the back guy. If I bleed this guy, he'll probably... There we go, he's dead. The moment his turn starts, he's dead, so he's out of the fight. There we go.
The bigger the beast.
Now we just have this dude to deal with. Not such a big deal. Just gonna go for that stun and dodge combo to keep Tui alive. Everyone's got a really healthy outlook this fight. No one's getting demoralized, really. The two people who came in here demoralized are actually improving with time instead of the other way around. Wow. Serene opened up so strong in this run, but lately, whenever it's time for him to do a finishing blow, he just doesn't seem to have it in him.
Finding the stuff is only the first
Alright,
test.
portraits. That's good to
Now
have.
it must be carried home.
It's time to use one of those keys I have. And probably give me something I can't carry, right? Yep. 500 gold each versus... what do I want to get rid of? Huh. Well, at this point, I can just use the food. There we go. We're late enough in that I won't be able to eat anyway if we start starving, I don't think. So I'm just gonna take the food and go. We have not completed all the battles yet, so that bottom room has to be a room battle. So we're just gonna go for it. I avoided throwing away my torches because I figured we're gonna need them in a moment here. Watching that meter. Oh, we switched back to map. There we go. Alright, avoid the skin flaps. That's gross. Oh no! Oh, he bled too. He didn't resist that one. Ah.
Singular purpose.
We starved. This is the hungriest group ever. Do we have bonus to food consumption in this party? Did I give someone one of those and then forget? Oh, there we go. 100% bonus food consumed from the grave robber. You're the one that's screwing us right now. How are you hungry? I just fed you. Now she's gonna starve. Look at that. She's starving. I just fed her so much food. She ate all of our supplies and she's starving. I hate that item. I'm never taking it again. Alright, so this is a little dangerous. The party has taken damage, and we got surprised, even though we knew we were going in there, so I don't know how we got surprised. It's not like they ambushed us. Bandage. That bandage will take care of the bleed on me. Now it's just about taking people out as fast as possible. 8 to 15 says I could take out one of these two dangerous characters. I'm going to go for the front one because he's the biggest damage dealer, I think, out of the group. That chopper is going to be a bit of a long-term project. There we go. Damage source removed. I don't have to do well at this fight, and I don't have to be in good shape after the fight. I just need to get this party through this fight, and then it's over. Eldritch pulled. Oh, that's fine. Oh, it resisted anyway. The only person I don't want on the front is Fnatic. Everyone else can be rearranged all they want. Oh, they stunned me. Too bad for them. They stunned the one person who can't be oh shit, it resisted. They stunned the one person who's least helpful for damaging them. So I could start bleeding. If I go for it, I could potentially wipe out... Who has lower bleed resist? The wretch does. Oh, and it's another 9, so he's going to die the moment his turn starts. So that's half the fighters gone. I'm going to go single target the back guy, because I might wipe them out. Which we did. Now it's going to be just down to the big bad pig, and the whole party's relatively fine. A little low on hit points, because we don't have a healer, but we're doing A-okay. I'm just going to start... Oh, I can't stack a bleed on that character, so I'm just going to have to start stabbing. It's just about... It's all burst damage now. Just wipe this guy out as fast as possible before he does anything bad. The good news is he's alone. So even if you put someone on death's door, which is not super likely, he can't do a finishing blow because he's so slow and has no one else to help him do damage in between. No one has a debuff, and I think it's pointless to try to heal one or two at a time, single target. So I'm just gonna... Yeah. I'll buff our bounty hunter because he's stunned. And since he's stunned, he does bonus damage right now. There we go. Fight over, dungeon over. Let's check out this cool treasure chest.
Beyond measure. Awarded to the brave and the foolhardy alike.
I have enough space for money. I guess I'll get rid of this holy water. I'm just gonna leave, so it's gonna disappear anyway. And then we're gonna use the key on this chest to get more stuff. What is this? A debuff stone. 10% chance to debuff skills, -8 damage. Oh, that's debuff charm. They're opposites of each other. One's resistant and one's offensive, one's defensive, but both have the same negative effect on damage. Potentially useful for certain characters, but mostly I'm just happy to succeed, because then we get to that awesome damage dealing item.
Should have never happened. You are doing just work ending them.
Because this was my main goal, is just to get this 20 damage, 5 crit, -6 accuracy. Another big damage dealing item to give to people is really what I'm after. and everything else was just kind of just consequential. It's a side effect. But now I also have at least one person, maybe two, are gonna level up right here, which means I'm gonna have a larger pool for those level 3 quests. Kind of unintended, because I wanted to leave some characters low for when I have to level up new characters potentially, or when the new content's added to the game. But I'm just gonna take it I'm just gonna have to roll with the punches at this point. So Lucas and Serene are both level 3. Awesome. So Serene in particular, I've learned that I really like the oh no, -1 crit. Ooh, bonus damage and stress resistance against humans. Hatred of mankind. That doesn't have any worrisome considerations, but okay. I mean, he's a damage dealer, so having a bonus damage against anybody just as a passive is something I'll be happy with. And stress resistance in the ruins for Lucas. These are good things. Other two people didn't get any sort of new effects, and so Batui and Fnatic are probably gonna hang out at level 1 and 2 for a while. Because I don't want to mass level everybody, because
I was lord of this place before the crows and rats made it their domain.
There's a decent chance I'm going to want to level up new characters when people die or when new content comes out, so I don't want to make everyone out-level stuff, but that's going to be that. So we have a big pool of level 3s now, and we need to do the Necromancer and Hag still. Unfortunately, that run I just did, while it did give me a cool item, was in a zone I already had leveled up a bit, so it's not going to help me that much. God damn it. Alright, so the good news is Creeping Cough is gone, so Captain Kerbal doesn't have that negative effect. The bad news is Knackle will now never drink in town. So he got stress reduction, which is good, but he now will never drink. And so we have another person who is being more restrictive about how they will do things. Doesn't he also have something that says he will only drink? No, he's not allowed to gamble. Okay, that's fine. Yeah, this character's been through a lot, so they've got a very full positive and negative quirk list. How do quirks work? Once you max out your list, can you no longer add more to it? That might be a thing. Either way, success. We'll see we'll figure out what to do next time. Probably gonna do another level 3 mission with that group. Not that group, with a group. Probably work on hitting. Probably want to get ruins to level 3 so that we can go do the next boss fight there, and then we'll start working on the Weald afterwards. Thanks for watching, guys. Like always, I'll see you next time.